Hi everybody, welcome to the GregCast. My name is Greg, and today I want to give you a special how-to look at how I do the GregCast.
Hi, welcome to the GregCast. This is Greg.
Stop looking at me. It's a special how-to edition of the GregCast, and first and foremost, let me introduce myself. My name is Greg Thompson, and I'm coordinator of youth ministry at St. John the Baptist Catholic Church in Madison, Alabama. It's a new kind of church. We're the Baptist Catholic Church. I like to say that Billy Graham and Pope John Paul II got together for a secret meeting and came up with a new experiment. Anyway, I digress. So welcome to the GregCast. Today I want to do my part to kind of share with you, to give you a little insight of what I do. One of my hobbies on the side when I'm not working at the parish is blogging and podcasting. Maybe reverse that. I tend to podcast more than I blog, although my New Year's resolution is to write more. But in my couple of years of podcasting, I've noted a few things. I've been sticking with it. I've been trying to experiment with stuff, and I wanted to share with you all a few tidbits of what make it work for me. First, let me say from the outset, if your goal is to get 1 million hits on YouTube, stop now. That's not the point. That's not my purpose, and never once have I done that. Not yet. And if your goal is to go viral, as they say, you've got to do a whole lot of stuff, and you got to be the master marketer, and you got to get it out there. And I'm not sure that's my goal in podcasting. First and foremost, my goal is to minister to those that I've connected with, whether as I visit from parish to parish or take trips to diocesan rallies or in my own parish. As soon as I make connections and relationships, I like to experiment with and offer people an opportunity to find me somewhere else in their time. Because obviously we can't meet with everybody all the time, and youth group only happens once a week, and scripture study only happens once a week, and religious ed class only happens once a week, and staff meetings only happen once every now and then, and you can't always have a grandiose podcast to cover everything all the time. This is not a television network. I simply do what I can when I can. And for the most part, on my day off, which is today, I will put together, as best as I can, a few minutes. A few minutes is the goal. Usually I ramble too much like I'm doing right now, and that takes it into 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of a message that takes a while to put together, and it takes a while to edit, and it takes a while to try to get it into a format that makes it fun, because you don't want to just... Today we are going to talk about Scripture. Let us open to Leviticus. Those days are gone. I don't know if they ever were there, but at places like mycatholicvoice.com and YouTube, people are trying to discover new ways to be energetic and get right to the point. Okay, so I wrote down a few tips that I want to share with you, and they're in no particular order. Always stay in touch with the news, stay in touch with the trends, stay in touch with the needs of your young people. Duh. Never hesitate to involve your ministry in your blogging or your podcasting. When you go on retreat, take the phone with you and Twitter every now and then to tell everybody what's going on. Man, fire up that video camera, look in the lens and say, guess what I just heard? The most amazing speech, the most amazing prayer, the most amazing moment. And I want to share it with you. And it's not a sorry you missed it. It's a look what you can have in your life now. Don't forget to stay in touch with the liturgical calendar. I'm preaching to the choir here, but the idea that not only can you quote scripture, not only can you refer to or blog about the message of the gospel today, but you're taking kids through the liturgical year. Remember, the Holy Father just in the last couple of weeks has urged his priests to start blogging, to start being an authentic part of the blog world and the podcast world. So you're going to start seeing more and more people out there trying to get the message across. Try not to compete with them, just add to it. Someone's going to find you, someone's going to need it, and someone's going to utilize it. And again, you help define your audience by who you share it with and how you promote it. If you want to go viral, you got to spend lots of money, and you got to do some really cool little tricks to make sure people are searching and finding your podcast. But if you want to make sure your community is fed, you just send them the link. they'll go there. Now let's look what it takes to actually put together a podcast. It's not rocket science, but it's also some things that you need to understand and be aware of, especially if you haven't done it, if you haven't been a part of it, if you haven't made it a part of your real day. It's very time consuming, and you got to get good at it, and you got to practice at it. But these are the steps that I try to go through to make a GregCast and to try to make it work. The first thing you need is a computer, of course. And then, of course, you need a program that's going to help you store and edit your videos. My recommendation is whichever one you find. This is iMovie, and the PCs come with their own kind of basic editing suites. They can fade or make things look black and white. There you go, like that. Or even make it look like an old movie. Yeah, check that out. All you have to do is just practice. Practice with the effects. Start easy, start small, and just work with the program, and then suddenly you just start discovering things. A basic feature of most video editing suites is the drag and drop technology. So you're used to kind of using that in the world of Windows. So you simply select the part of the video you want, you hold it, you take it up here, and you drop it right in between a little section, and poof, you've got yourself a video. Always use background music. Here's what I sound like without the background music. You see, it's kind of echoey, and it's just me sitting in my kitchen. But you throw a little background music behind you, and poof, you got yourself a rockin' studio. One thing you want to be careful of in using music, of course, is the copyright rules. You can't use music just because it's your favorite song in a YouTube video. It's not fair, it's not right, and at the same time, you're not allowed to. And they'll pull the video. The next thing you need, of course, is a really good camera. You could use the one in your computer. A lot of them have the built-in camera. Or you can use something like this. The Handycam is what I'm using here. Relatively inexpensive. It's great. It shoots high quality. It's got good sound on it. I'm also a fan of quick edits. Quick edits allow you to make a point and then at the same time entertain your viewer by all the different places you are. So quick edits allow you to say a lot and show a lot in a very short period of time. So with a series of quick edits, I've just taken my youth group member who's viewing this video on a quick tour of a very familiar site, their youth room. I'm a big believer in editing in one session. In other words, on my day off when I shoot the video, I load it on the computer, and then I start looking at the video and editing it, and suddenly the message that I thought I was bringing forth is kind of enhanced, or it even changes based on all the little tricks and the fun things you can do with your software. When it comes to uploading your video, don't make it too large of a file. It's really not necessary in the world of YouTube or on the small screens that My Catholic Voice offers. A medium-sized video is fine. I guess the resolution would be like 640 to 360 kind of a resolution. You know, we did kind of allude to it earlier, but you definitely need to think about how you want to promote the video. Who's your intended audience? How are you going to get it to them? One of the most basic ways of promoting a video is allowing it to be found. And you do that through applying tags to the electronic feed of your video. These are the keywords. These are keywords or tag. The first thing I like to do in promoting my podcast is I like to start with my Facebook fan page. This is a group of people that really kind of have stated they don't mind if I send them a reminder that the new GregCast is available. The next thing I've done is I've kind of linked my Twitter and my Facebook statuses so that when I update my Twitter status, I simply update my Facebook status as well. And finally, the third step I like to do in promoting the GregCast, of course, is through email. So I put my group together. I have kind of my list of addresses that don't mind receiving emails from me, and then I kind of give them an idea of what to expect, and then off it goes. Thanks for tuning in to the GregCast, and thank you for all your effort. Thank you, Charlotte, for making this possible. Thanks for inviting me. Really, folks, thanks for everything that you do. Your time, your effort, your ministry, and your love of young people. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and I definitely stand on your shoulders. I thank you for your work. If you'd like to keep up with the GregCast, you can do so at thegregcast.com, gtministry.org. You can go over to YouTube and type in youtube.com/GTministry, mycatholicvoice.com/people/thegregcast. You can find us on iTunes. Just search GregCast on the iTunes Religion Spirituality section of the podcast.
You could go to Twitter /GTministry. You could go to Facebook.com/thegregcast. You could come over to my house. We could hang out. Well, I guess I gotta go. All right, bye.